The January jobs report, one of the most closely watched snapshots of the economy, is finally expected to drop tomorrow.
Yeah, the numbers were delayed after a partial government shutdown last week, leaving economists, employers, and job seekers without a key read on the economy.
Our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young, is back with us. So, Taylor, we're about 5 days late getting this latest report. Why does this one seem to be carrying so much weight?
Yeah, and I know that a lot of this can sound really technical, right? Because we're talking about federal data, but timing is really everything right now, because like as we talked in the last hour, I mean, job growth has slowed for months, and this is also the first snapshot of how the labor market is doing for the year of 2026. Now, this report by the BLS, that again is coming out tomorrow, it tells us so much. So it tells us how many jobs were added, how wages are holding up, the unemployment rate, and whether or not the job growth has continued to slow. And that's something economists are absolutely going to be keeping their eyes on. And on top of that, we're also expected to be getting the benchmark revisions for really the last 3 quarters of 2025. So not only are we kind of getting this brand new information for the year, but we're also getting a more accurate look of how the economy has been doing since March of last year. So this is a big one.
Were there expectations going into this, Taylor, on what these reports would say?
Yeah, and they're not great, unfortunately. So economists have been expecting job growth really to continue slowing. And to quote Mark Zandi, one of my favorite economists, he's the chief economist at Moody's Analytics, he said, quote, "This could be a pretty ugly report." And we do have some data that actually backs up his predictions. So the payroll giant ADP, it released its numbers last week, and it anticipates that only 22,000 jobs were added for last month. And I know that this is not federal government data, but this is the largest payroll company in the U.S. So their numbers do tend to be pretty accurate and align with what federal numbers end up being.
Okay, Taylor, so if these predictions end up being accurate, what kind of impact can we see?
So I think the biggest impact and what a lot of eyes will be on is that this could strengthen the Fed, the chances of the Fed really reducing interest rates. And I think it's important to remember that as a consumer, we might see interest rates being cut is a great thing, right? Of course, it makes borrowing a lot cheaper. It impacts the housing market. But when the Fed cuts rates, that typically means that something in the economy is gone wrong, that it's slowing. And we know over the past year, the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has been hesitant to be aggressive about those interest rate cuts. They've kind of stayed. I think the highest interest rate cut we saw last year was 25 basis points. But if this report is as, quote, ugly as some economists are expecting, we could absolutely see the Fed be more aggressive with those cuts. And we have seen some outside pressure by the administration for the Fed to do that. Now, this report is coming out at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I think a lot of eyes will be on it. Economists will specifically be looking at those revisions, how many jobs were added, and the unemployment rate. Because right now the unemployment rate is sitting around the 4.6 mark, which is healthy. We just don't want to be seeing that increasing as we enter into 2026.
A lot to break down there. Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young. Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.